Today we're gonna be going through a music video we shot back in February. This is Heaven, she directed it, I filmed it. All right, so we'll just go through the music video and kind of talk about what's going on here. So this music video we shot with a Panasonic GH6 with a couple different lenses. Lumix 7-14 lens, mostly the 7-14, and I think we definitely used this 12mm when we were doing the car rig shots. Yeah, we filmed everything on the GH6, and then we also filmed some shots on the GoPro, a GoPro Hero 8 or 9 Black, but it was only used for like one shot, which is...
one single shot.
One shot. Yeah.
To be fair, it was really dark. The lights were for these, they were the big LED Dracast.
Dracast, that's what it was, yeah.
And we had 2 of them outside of the window, and then we had one that was, yeah. So there was 2 outside of both of those windows. And then I think the other one we used to just light the hallway. Yeah, because in that shot, it was definitely behind there.
Yeah, so we had a light like here, out pointing this way, and then we had a light like here pointing up like that. And then these shots, I was walking around Zach with a gimbal like upside down. And then I had a manual or a grip behind me with a light panel. So for these shots, we pretty much had, for this shot in the parking garage, we put the camera on a car rig, like suction cups and everything. You'll see in the behind the scenes footage. And yeah, we just filmed him sitting in the back of the car. A manual or grip was driving. So this was a pretty easy car rig setup because it's just like flat on the windshield.
We were really nervous about the lighting in the parking garage because a lot of the places looked, like when you're driving through it, a lot of it looks a little darker than other spots. Other spots looked really hot, other spots looked really dark. So we were kind of nervous, but I really ended up liking the way that the brake lights illuminate behind him and kind of lighten up all the dark spots. So
true, it does look pretty good.
Like even the dark spot right there. Ooh,
yeah.
Clean.
We were gonna do like a bunch of drone stuff, but it was like raining, so we couldn't get like any drone footage. So what I did was I found drone footage of Sarasota at nighttime, and I just kind of used it. I
thought you took that.
No, this is drone footage from like years ago from someone on YouTube. Yeah.
It looks exactly the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
It looks exactly the same.
Yeah. And then the final shot, not the final shot, but this drone shot is not completely fake. Again, this is an old drone footage of just some random road that someone got a drone shot of at nighttime, and then I added in the fake rain, and then this is just a PNG of a Mustang that I added movement and motion blur to, and then you can barely see it because like with all the color grading and such, it's dark, but there's a little PNG top-down view of a person inside of the driver's seat. I also placed it in there. Turned out pretty well. I don't think anyone would ever think this is like a fake drone shot. We didn't think it was gonna be raining. So many of our shots got ruined because it started raining, and we only had the car for like one day. It
started raining on the way to get the car. So on the way to pick up the car from like, I think an hour away, I immediately started panicking and started going through all of the shots, and I was like, all of these are supposed to be like, this one specifically was one of my favorite shots that we ended up getting, and it was only on screen for what, not even 2 seconds.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
It was like the car was framed perfectly in the middle too. It was pretty good.
This is where the car rig was in the front facing shots, and then we placed it like here for the side shots, like, let's see, like these shots. And in the parking garage it was fine, but when we were outside, it was very dark. It was very dark, and it was kind of hard to mount lights that looked good. Like we could have mounted lights, but it was hard to make them look good in this particular circumstance. And it was raining most of the time. Yeah. And it's raining in most of these shots. You can't really tell, but it is raining. Okay, so there's not like a ton of VFX in this music video. There's the drone shot I already talked about, and then there is the first one I'll talk about, maybe the reverse shot. It was only for this part of the song. The reverse shot is in another part of the song, but I only replaced the text for this part of the song. It's again pretty simple, but it's kind of like a cool Like if someone noticed it, they might think it's like kind of cool.
My favorite part of the video, by the way.
I really like it too. It's pretty simple. Okay, so this another visual effects shot that I did. It's just three different shots. This one we slowed the shutter down. He just performed. I think he did like the whole song in these shots, and we just used this small bit of it.
Poor guy.
Yeah. And then I just composited it in. And then so his hand, because I had to use three different shots, his hand goes over it, the mirror that you saw. I like rotoscoped out his hand in After Effects so that he can like go over the mirrors without it like ruining the shot.
We had him get off the floor with the snorri cam on, which was actually really funny. Yeah. We had to stop a couple of times because we just kept laughing. But
it kind of gets heavy too. Like we were using such a small camera setup, but even after a while, it's like just hanging off of you. It's like a weight that's like way out here hanging off you. It's so awkward. Yeah.
The way it's strapped too is it's strapped like right here. When we did our snorri cam video, we didn't have an actual chest rig. So it was just a tripod, but at least that tripod, it was sitting on my hips. It wasn't sitting like directly on my stomach. So like for the chest rig, since we wanted it so much lower, instead of like the shoulder straps on them and everything, it was kind of hanging like here. So it does get a little heavy and a little awkward. And since this specific day of shooting was our first day of shooting, you're never gonna be a well-oiled machine on the first day of production. So we actually left the room to kind of let him go crazy for this. So we just didn't have a bunch of people just staring at him like, okay, do your thing. And that's why one of these shots back here is my favorite, because this was closer to the end of the night. This shot, he really started getting into it. He really started.
Yeah, that's a really good part.
Yeah, like he started kind of feeling himself.
When Heaven and I first met, we did like a fake music video to one of his songs, like a year ago now at this point. So it's kind of crazy that we did an actual music video with the actual artist. Yeah.
I remember posting that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we had cool lighting in that one too. So who would have thought we would have put it in the actual music video?
Yeah, that was, and actually one of my favorite parts is one of the transitions that he used in the edit for the first video that we made. He used the same transition in this video, which was kind of like, not like an ease. No, this one.
Oh yes,
that was
yes.
In, yes.
I didn't even think about that.
Yep. And it's been my favorite transition, and the fact that it was in the same video that we made for him, or of me, in the same video.
Of you for the song.
For the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same transition a year later in an actual official music video for him was pretty dope.
Yeah.
So, all in all, it was a great experience, great opportunity, super fun. Most importantly, the ending or the end product was really good.
Yeah.
And it was also super fun.
It was very fun. You can see us having a lot of fun behind the scenes. And you can also see us stressed out at several times.
Yeah. We were stressed out about things that...
Technical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and logistical stuff.
That happens on literally every set. They always say anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And they meant that. Whoever invented that meant that. Because literally anything and everything will go wrong. But yeah, all in all, it was a super fun project. I'm really happy that Zach had a lot of fun because ultimately he carved out like a week of his schedule and drove down here and kind of put a lot of trust in my hands with, hey, this is my creative vision, this is how I'm gonna be perceived, this is my entire brand and my career, so tread lightly. So I'm very happy that he had fun, he liked the end product.
Yeah, so thanks for watching and see you on the next behind the scenes video.
You don't even gotta do something, baby. I just met you already, run 2 songs. I've been night driving with the roof gone lately. We can move out.